The old woman held a broken bowl and wanted to sell it for $5,000. She even claimed that it was her family's heirloom. She would not have sold it unless absolutely necessary. The young man found the old woman's words sincere and not at all like those of a scammer. He gave her his entire monthly salary. It was precisely this act of kindness that set him on a path to an extraordinary life. After receiving the money, the old woman handed the broken bowl to the young man. Then she left in a state of melancholy. Only then did the young man carefully scrutinize the bowl. Suddenly, a beam of golden light shone into his eyes. It enabled him to obtain golden eyes. Seeing several lines of faint characters appear on the broken bowl, the young man immediately became curious about its origin. He hurried home to clean the bowl thoroughly. Sure enough, ancient imperial inscriptions appeared on the back of the bowl. Although the bowl was somewhat damaged, this type of imperial porcelain could still fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. So he took the bowl to an antique market for an expert appraisal. Unexpectedly, he discovered that his friend had been extorted by a bully shop owner. The bully claimed that his friend had ruined the feng shui of their shop. He forced his friend to buy the shop. Soon, both of them were dragged into the shop. Using his golden eyes, the young man saw that there were 2 jars hidden in the shop's backyard. These were the legendary cellars, any one of which could casually be dug up and be worth millions of dollars. Feigning reluctance, he decided to help his friend by buying the shop. The bully would never have dreamed how foolish his decision that day was. After the group had left, the young man told his friend to come with a shovel after midnight. That night, the 2 of them arrived at the shop's backyard. Once they had pinpointed their target, they began digging, just as the young man had anticipated. Before long, they unearthed 2 jars. To their surprise, they were filled entirely with silver coins. The friend took 1 silver coin, blew on it, and held it to his ear to listen. The pleasant sound confirmed that they were genuine ancient coins. When they discovered that the coins were minted by the Qing imperial family, they immediately became ecstatic, because these coins could now be sold for $10,000 each. After counting, the 2 found that each jar contained 108 silver coins. Altogether, they were worth $2.16 million. It seemed that the young man had now secured his initial capital. They would now have the confidence to attend the gemstone appraisal conference. The next day, the 2 attended the conference. Very quickly, the young man set his sights on some of the stones. He merely glanced at one with his golden eyes, and discerned that the ordinary stone contained raw material for golden jade. He advised his friend to bid on that stone. Initially, the friend was very worried about incurring a loss. Others also mocked the young man for being too young to distinguish between genuine and fake. But in the end, the friend trusted the young man's judgment, and bought the stone for $300,000. Subsequently, the young man spotted a block of raw green jade nearby. As soon as he secured that stone, his friend pulled him over. At that moment, the friend's stone was being cut. The friend was extremely nervous, fearing a loss, but when the stone was split open, everyone was stunned. The stone revealed a very rare raw material of golden jade. The friend was overjoyed by the sight. Just as they were about to continue cutting the stone, a female CEO, planning to enter the jade industry, approached. She believed that the stone could be crafted into a bracelet and a pair of earrings, so she offered $2 million to buy the stone. However, the young man refused to sell it. Other buyers then started bidding against the female CEO. Eventually, the female CEO raised her offer to $5 million. The young man originally intended to further increase the price, but his friend could no longer contain his excitement.